What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 141 of the Game Talk Podcast, Season 2. Sorry about that. I could have sworn I had the stream paused, so that way we didn't get double audio. I will be playing this song again at the end of the show. So with that being said, I'd like to welcome my faithful co-host, RevTech.
Hey, what up, guys? Sorry I wasn't on last week. Was just, mistiming with Brimstone. That's what happened there.
Well, it's been sort of like a weird week for us. Like, we were talking about this earlier tonight when we finally got to catch up with each other. I've been really busy throughout the week, so I haven't really wanted to shoot a podcast because work has just been so damn busy. We were supposed to have one yesterday, and I was just so damn tired. I slept probably almost 2 days straight because of the craziness that was work. But we're going to be coming into the slow season soon, so hopefully I can catch up on some stuff with you guys in the podcast. I'll try my best to update people on, the social medias and whatnot to let you guys know whether or not a show's coming along for those of you that are actually dedicated watchers, because I noticed the views have gone up. People have thumbed up a lot more. You guys have been sharing it, and I just want to say thank you. We're going to be talking about, of course, the AMD stuff that just came down the pipeline that's hitting almost every major tech channel on the
guys, I wanted to ask you guys on the show, would you be interested in I was talking to Brimstone, would you be interested in having this as well reposted on a different platform or in audio form? Let us know down in the comment section below if you guys would be interested in having other forms of how to get the podcast as well. Me and Brimstone have gone back and forth about it. Might just throw it to the community that watches the show.
I've thought about doing a Game Talk site for Facebook so you guys can follow us there. I've thought about doing sort of like what a lot of people were wanting in the beginning, was to post it on some sort of podcasting app.
You know what we could do is a straw poll. After the show, I'll start a straw poll and we'll put it down in the comment section. You guys can vote on it. If that's cool with you, Brimstone.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm checking out that single thread performance hike.
So guys, today AMD had a juicy event. Dr. Lisa Su, yes, Dr. Lisa Su, she's going by now, not just Lisa Su. The event was on AMD's on YouTube was pretty bad. It was lagging everywhere. It was pretty bad, but for the most part,
what we got was far more than Intel's side of things, that's for sure.
The performance gains, they were honest. They did talk about from year to year, and it was pretty not bad. I mean, AMD was honest. They didn't really lie. They no bullshit. And they just were straight up and said, hey, you want more cores? We hear you. Here it is, Ryzen 9, 12 cores, 24 threads, $499. I was really blown away by that. I was taken back by that.
So I'm looking at the chart right now, and the 3800X to the 3700X is outperforming the 9920X for the i9. That is amazing to me.
And it's coming in at a cheaper price.
Is that real? Like, is that a real thing?
That's what they showed on stage. That same chart you see there is what they showed on stage. Legitimately. And they even showed off. So Navi was also showed off for the first time. So they did a benchmarking tool. I said it earlier to you. What was the benchmarking tool they used?
I don't remember.
They used a benchmarking tool, a well-known one. Sorry, I don't have it on the top of my brain. But
3D Mark?
3D Mark, thank you. They did show it off, and it was beating the RTX 2070 by 10%. And that blew my mind. That if AMD can come in at a cheap price with that too as well, we're going to know more in July. They did say July. So that tells me we're going to know by the E3 what the prices of the Navi GPUs are, because AMD is having another event at E3, which I think E3 is starting to die slowly, but that's my opinion. A lot of people are hyped up for E3 for these new consoles. I'm not hyped. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna be honest in the podcast. I am not hyped for these new I'm hyped for Nintendo. Okay.
I would just like to point this out, bro. Look at this. For $499, I can get a 3900X Ryzen CPU, right?
Yeah.
Why would I want a new console for that same amount?
Right.
That's just how I'm looking at it.
They have a new, so AMD and I guess these new consoles are going to be using an RDNA technology architecture, I guess. It's going to be like it's a Zen processor, Ryzen 3 Zen process. I guess it's a Zen 3 or Zen 2 or Zen 3 modified with the Navi GPU built into this. So it's a whole different architecture than what we're getting on the PC side of things. But really, it kind of washes each other out because they're both x86 processors, I guess, or something like that.
I mean, look at the Ryzen 5 stuff, dude. It looks really good. You're talking 6 cores, 12 threads. Like, I mean, that's $249.
Right.
That's such a good deal, dude. And I mean, look at the fucking performance. Hang on, let's see if we can click. Yeah, I can blow it up. Sweet. Look at this massiveness, dude.
Right?
i9-9920X costing you almost $1,200, right? At a negative 9% performance ratio on a single thread performance.
Well, now picture this. Picture this with Ryzen. Ryzen is an overclocked platform. Imagine overclocking it ever so slightly and getting a little bit more than what that chart is saying. Think about that.
Well,
and they're giving it to you at 500.
Well, the i9s and i7s have always been known not to like really care about RAM, right, and frequencies. Like they have. That's one of the things they're kind of known for. In fact, some would say that was a drawback. Look at I mean, we all know that Ryzen's benefit was mainly from high-end RAM. So imagine getting a Ryzen 9 3900X with badass RAM to it. Like, holy Christ.
And I understand, and now I get why they delayed Threadripper. Now I get it. Because they were releasing Ryzen 9. You don't need a Threadripper right now out on the market when you got a Ryzen 9 floating out there, 3900X at 500.
Yep.
That's kicking the shit out of. Well, we're looking at their charts. That's one thing. And so, guys, if you watch this back later down or listen to it as your, audio out there, if you decide to mute video and listen to the audio, on Bluetooth or whatever, keep this in mind. We're looking at charts, and that's one thing. We're hearing it from the horse's mouth. It's another to get it in your hands and see how performance is. I'm going to tell you this now. So it could be all bullshit later down the road when we get it in our hands. Now, I know Brimstone and me have been talking about this, but this has got me interested in upgrading from what I have. And the Ryzen 9 is very tempting. Like $500, save up a little couple of checks. Most people out there, Ryzen 9 is achievable. And the price they're coming in at is not bad, especially with these Navi GPUs coming in supposedly at cheap prices as well that can outdo an RTX 2070. Blows my mind. Man. Like, it's blowing my mind.
I love
this
take motherboard. A look. This motherboard's sexy.
And guess what they're doing with that? They're doing they're actually focusing on the RAM chips on there with higher heat sinks and whatnot. That's why all the new motherboards that are coming out are beefier.
Dude, the boost like I know this article said that boost frequency doesn't seem all that impressive, but how many people do you know that are running at a 4.6 boost frequency out of the box? Not very many.
No, mostly everybody just puts the chip in and goes.
Yeah, exactly. 4.6, that's a huge increase in performance if you think about it when it comes to content creation, multi-threaded applications.
Well, most of the processors that are out for Ryzen now only go up to 3.9.
Right.
That's overclocking. You're talking a step up now at this point.
If you try to go any higher, it's really unstable. So I'm hoping that this boost frequency is real. I really do, because I know first generation Ryzen's that, when he was trying to overclock his system would like fucking all of a sudden just randomly crash after doing extremely well.
Yeah, that's like how my 1500X is in my main rig. It's like that. I had to turn mine down to 3.8 because of it. That's where kind of the sweet spot is.
Yeah.
3.9 or 4.0, you're kind of pushing it. 4.1, you're definitely pushing it. Now on the second gen, on the 2600 I have, you can go to 4.1 and it's achievable.
Yeah.
But it comes with the plaguing problems of, inconsistencies.
So I'm looking. So they're saying third gen Ryzen not fully backward compatible with the X50, X570. I don't really see a problem with this because if I'm building a new system, I'm gonna go all out. I'm not gonna just keep trying to like save up and try to push that motherboard further, because even I know that these motherboards from the first and second generations have their limitations. So it's not.
Here's the limitations. Well, here's the limitations. You're talking about PCI 3.0 to 4.0. They did show at the event the differences.
Right.
There is faster throughput.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was me buying a new Ryzen platform, do I go and get the cheaper X370 or do I get a 570? I'd go after the 570 because graphics cards are going to be going to PCI 4.0.
Oh,
a lot of devices are going to be going there.
Can you imagine the faster fucking load times and shit? Oh, that's gonna be.
Well,
so nice.
they were saying the load times on they were showing the Navi GPU. It's actually 20% better than PCI 3.0. They were showing it 4.0 on and off it was really slow. You could tell why they went PCI 4.0. Why they're starting to adopt it now.
This right here is what I'm actually really happy for. The quad RAID that they have built into the motherboard for you to boot up with, and you're gonna put this in a PCI 4.0 slot. That is gonna be so sick, dude.
Yep, that's why they also did. That's why they also did PCI 4.0. Now let's talk about so we won't go to the next article, but they did talk about the consoles. They did talk about PS4, which it really irritates me. It irritates me, them talking about Sony like that. Because the thing is, isn't Microsoft really pushing AMD for everything? It really irritates me. They didn't even mention the other company. The company
that's because Microsoft's going to have their own event. You know what I mean? They're probably under some NDA. They're probably not allowed to talk about it. I mean, that's how I'm looking at it, because as well as I do, AMD and Microsoft have been up each other's asses lately, so there's probably something big they're planning.
So this new architecture they're running is basically Ryzen 3. I believe it's Ryzen 3. It's an APU that's running different. It's a Zen 2 GPU or CPU or something like that. And what they were talking about is it is going to be better than what we have now. But my thing is, what's the cost going to be? You're throwing in all this power and Navi GPU, promoting 8K, promoting all this shit to go alongside of it. And I said in my post on Twitter and on my own like page on Facebook, I did make a joke saying, yeah, it's going to be $500, $600. Who can afford that? You're asking for consumers to eat a pill that's hard to swallow.
Well, and that's the thing. And that's what I was telling you earlier. Like, I'm not going to say anybody can afford the kind of CPUs and GPUs that we can. But as a PC gamer and content creator, I'm going to want something that can really, really push my creativity forward. And to me, investing into the next generation consoles at launch is just going to be a huge mistake. And I don't see that being anything that would actually benefit gamers, because as you know, when you're an early adopter, how much time have you been waiting for fucking games? Right?
Well, also too, we can kind of make this comparison. Me and you were talking about wrestling earlier. Right. I kind of can make that comparison to what consoles are now.
Yeah.
To me, there's nothing revolutionary about these consoles. There's nothing to get me to go, oh my God, I have to go out and buy it. I'm not hyped now. I'm more hyped on the PC side, where I can go and get that processor, the Ryzen 9, and have a better experience than what the consoles are doing, and be set for the future, and have the content creation as well.
Yeah.
And streaming and all this. And forgo the cons. Yeah, there's going to be the exclusives. Yeah, I get that. There's going to be exclusives, but I don't need them. Technically, I don't need the exclusives. Like, don't get me wrong. This is why I like the Microsoft approach. They're bringing their exclusives over to the PC, so I win-win no matter what. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing them to Steam where Sony's not. And yeah, they're focusing on the Sony PS5. I'm not feeling it this time around. I'm not hyped as I used to be 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh yeah, there's another console. Great. I'm more hyped for what Nintendo's doing because that's a system that I do use a lot more than I ever have.
Yeah.
I love the fact that I could take it portable. That's where I'm more interested in.
And see me
More than
see me with my library on Xbox. Like I'm happy where I'm at with my Xbox. I don't need a new Xbox anytime soon. And I told you before, if I do get one, I'll probably trade in what I have, just so I could have that, because it's gonna be backwards compatible with those games. So.
And you also said your PC could do Xbox stuff as well. So.
Well, actually, you're the one that told me about that. You're the one that told me that the Xbox game stuff is going to come to PC eventually. So. Who knows?
Yeah, they're already talking about.
I might get like a 2-in-1 fucking situation where I can, just say fuck it, build the new system instead of buying a new Xbox and just play all my games on my PC like you were talking about. That's a good deal too. So.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing, and I'm not ragging on the PS5. There's people out there going to be excited for this thing. I'm just not excited for that price tag. That's a tough pill to swallow.
I think it's going to be here's the thing. I think it's going to be a terrific product. I really do.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I think these next generation consoles are going to be fantastic. But the prices to the performance increase isn't going to be worth it. It would be like you and me going out and paying full price for a Vega 7 card after buying our Vega 56s. We're only going to be getting another 20% if we're lucky.
Yeah, is that extra price to spend?
And those are like $699. So I mean,
think about it in this aspect. Think about it in this aspect what people don't understand. You're investing into a platform, right? PS5 or whatever Xbox is going to be called. Scarlet, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you got to invest into 4K because they're going to sell you up on 4K because you're not going to really take advantage of that console at 1080p. It'll be a waste.
But
you're just going to be.
But can't we be safe to say if you don't have a 4K television by now, with how cheap they are with HDR10 and upscaling, what the fuck have they been doing with their lives with their new platforms that they've been playing lately?
Well, I've been stuck at the 1080p life because I'm my hands are tied because streaming platforms don't do.
I'm competitive, and that's the only reason why I have the monitor that I have, which is the same one you have. It's a competitive monitor for competitive gaming. That's what I love about my Xbox is I can get the upper advantage with what I have, and that's why I have what I have. But
for me, 4K is with these new generation consoles until the streaming platforms step up to 4K, or we get the bandwidth for it. I'm not really convinced in having a next generation console.
The only thing 4K right now is good for isn't even competitive gaming. It's just playing games like Forza, playing story-driven games like Horizon Zero Dawn.
You know what 4K is good for, right?
Those actually look really good in that, huh?
You know what 4K is good for, right? Is watching movies.
That too.
I enjoy, I used to have a 4K television. But I put it in my storage because it's too big for this room of mine because of the heat. Because I'm in a small room and you're driving 2 computers, 2 monitors, and a big screen TV. That's a lot of heat.
I agree.
And my mom wants she wants to go 55. If she's gonna go 4K, she's gonna go 55.
I have a 55 and a 60, sir. They are amazing.
And when you watch Darks on a 4K TV with HDR, it's just breathtakingly good.
Especially if you have an LG 4K television. Ooh.
Now I've seen the one. My uncle just recently got the one that is the thin one that goes down.
Mm-hmm. You said it has the ribbon cable with the audio.
Yeah, that is really nice. Where you can take the TV off the thing and put it back down.
Yeah, I want one of those so bad, dude.
The LG just got me there. And another thing LG's doing is that see-through TV, which is that e-ink technology. It looks sick as shit.
Yeah,
for
they were
8K.
What's funny about that is that was actually designed for marketing marquees of major retail outlets. So they were going to actually build those into the windows of the malls in New York City. So when you went by the windows, they were playing the shit out of the content of what they're trying to sell you in 8K. Isn't that something, dude? That is insane.
And the fact with that technology is you can it charges itself, so you can charge it up and then just unplug it and use it as a regular TV on the fly. That's amazing. I never expect in my lifetime to see that kind of technology come to fruition like that.
I just like that LG's killing it in the fucking TV market, dude.
Hey, they're killing it in the refrigerator. LG's killing it everywhere. Refrigerators. Like, they got the best refrigerator out there, and from what I've heard from everybody, they're killing it on the home equipment and also on the TV side and on your washers and dryers. So they're killing it everywhere.
Oh,
unlike
LG,
their
yeah. Samsung has been failing, dude. Like, they've been failing hard lately. I don't know what's up with them.
and their foldable phone is making a comeback. That's sad.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm never gonna buy a foldable phone unless it's the original Razr from Motorola.
Unless
for
it's
nostalgia kicks, anyways. You know.
unless it's Xiaomi or Huawei, I'm cool with both. Minus a Huawei's ban in the States, and I do hope they do get that resolved ASAP. That would be great because competition is great.
You know what? Like, so I talked to my buddy. I told you my buddy has the Honor phone, right? Like, he just bought it. It's bezel-less. It is sexy, dude. It is such a pretty phone. He is so pissed because of what happened. Like, I think if this trade deal thing goes through, like, I think the government or whoever's in charge of pushing this should be responsible in helping these people get refunds, because we don't have any control over what our government does overall.
Well, Google should have a program in place, right, to where you get a percentage back from a Huawei device towards maybe a Pixel phone or something, because they're the ones that are fronting it.
Yeah. I mean, if we're gonna have to fucking do away with the shit that we purchase, then, and it's under our government's fucking thumb that we can't control, then you know what, dude? They should automatically help us out.
Well, what irritates me is you're ruining the whole point of competition. You're ruining it. It hurts the market. And now what stops our government from going into like Redmi or Xiaomi or any of these other companies going, well, you're a Chinese-based company or a Japanese-based company, I'm banning you because I feel you're going to share secrets with your government. You know, then it just ruins companies. Like a Huawei, it ruins their company. They're going to hurt because of this. Now, will Huawei turn around, and I hope they do this, screw Android, and we'll just develop our own software and make it better?
And see, here's the thing, like, I think there's more to this, and consider this my tinfoil hat moment of tonight. What would you think about one of the most successful operating systems that mobile devices have ever actually used, and that's the fucking Apple phone, right? Yeah. It was like it was dropping in shares because of Honor. Think about that. Just think about that. What are the odds of Apple, saying, hey, this, we were like number one for like the last decade. Can you help us out?
That would be interesting. What happens if Microsoft turns around and just because of it? What happens if they turn around and decide, hey, we'll bring Windows Mobile back. We'll buy them out.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be interesting? And they buy them out, and they just put Windows on it and say, screw you, government.
I agree.
Wouldn't it be something?
I agree. That's the thing. Like, that's something I've been sort of thinking about. I haven't really shared that idea with anybody because I don't want to come off as crazy, because I really do like my Apple product. Like, I know, no doubt, will probably be remaining an Apple fan for years to come.
Well, I'm sticking.
Better comes by, which I highly doubt. So
now I'm sticking to Android because there's nothing to be right home on Android right now at the moment. There's just nothing for me to go. It's just, I will have this argument until I die with people on Android. I don't see harmony between the tablets and phones. If I'm buying a product, let's say I go out and buy a Samsung, I want to have that same feeling as I do Apple. Mm-hmm. When I go and buy a phone, if I buy a tablet, right?
Yeah.
What makes my mom's tablet and phone so great combination is the fact when she gets a call, I can pick it up on an iPad. And I can receive that call. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just so good. The ecosystem is there. Unlike Android, where it's hit or miss. And that's the one thing I don't like about Android. They really need to decipher what in the hell, how they're going to go forward with a tablet. Is it going to be the Pixel lineup, the Pixel Book? Is that going to be their tablet from here on out? And that's what we need to buy to be harmonized? They just don't clarify it. And that's why I've always stuck with Apple for so long. It's just lack of updates and a lack of harmonization. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can go out and buy a $99 tablet. Don't get me wrong. I can go out and buy an Android $99 Fire or thing, but I'm not feeling the connection between the two. I want my phone and my tablet to talk together. Mm-hmm. So if I get an app on the phone side, it downloads like Apple on the tablet side.
Yeah.
And I can get both. And two, another thing is I just don't like the fact Android, it's all blown up phone apps. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, hi ladies, what's up, Legends? How you doing, man?
Garuda, what's up, dude? Welcome to the podcast, big boy.
And you got going back to the AMD thing. You got people like Linus. You got Linus being all hyped up over AMD. Man, his mind is blown. Like he's just like you can see it in the thumbnail.
Did you see the comments, dude? They were like, "Oh no, he's walking outside again. Rip Intel." Like I forgot about that last video.
Well, Intel's got to be shaking, man. Like right now, Intel's got to be like, oh my god, what do we do now? Do we just take our server grade shit and try to make a 12 core for the consumer? But Intel must be freaking out at this point. I'm worried for Intel because the thing is that they don't have anything to compete with this.
So here's the thing, right? I have loved Intel for years. Like they have been steady for me. They've always worked for me. I've never had a single issue with any of my builds, even dating all the way back to the Pentium 3, okay? I have never had an issue with them. My issue now with all this stuff that's coming out and the differences between then and now is information is abundantly available now. Back then, we didn't have a lot of these forums that were talking about in-depth reviews with these CPUs. We didn't have Tom's Hardware. We didn't have a lot of these things. And it's making me a little frustrated to know that Intel, when you look at the scaling from back then to now versus AMD, they haven't really scaled appropriately to their fucking market. And it's annoying. It's absolutely annoying. And they got all this new talent, dude. They have like one of AMD's top engineers working over there with them. And they have yet to bring out anything new besides what was it? What they say it was? The 9900K is technically two, 7700s or some shit pasted together.
Well, so this is what happened with Intel. Intel, their knee-jerk reaction was, hey, let's take our Xeons and bring them out as mainstream processors and call them new processors. The problem with that was that Intel's not even, I think Intel's just like, we'll just Mickey Mouse and tape it. We'll put it out there to you guys and charge a whole buttload of money for it. What they didn't realize is they were going to have a CPU shortage, and they did, unfortunately. The other problem is that we don't know what they're doing as far as their GPU line. We don't know those answers. They hired Roger Godori from AMD, and they had Guy from NVIDIA that did all the testing, and they brought in people from PC Proper. They brought in a bunch of YouTubers that have degrees and that were running channels that were all about pro Intel shit and NVIDIA. Problem is, it's now Intel. It's in Intel's court now. They need to put up or shut up at this point and pretty much show up. They need to show us what got them to the table, because AMD right now, if they come out with a GPU at the moment and a CPU and NVIDIA just keeps releasing the same, it's all the floor is AMD's at this point. They right now, they're given everything at this point, and AMD's got to shine at this point.
I just want to take notice real fast before we continue. Welcome to this fluctuating 8 to 7 viewers. welcome. If this is your first podcast with us, please make sure you hit that thumbs up and share us across Twitter and, of course, your Discord servers that we may not be a part of, because we are going to try to grow this bitch as big as we can. All right, go ahead.
Guys, down below in the comments, we're gonna have a straw poll after this. I'll set it up for you guys where you guys want to see it at the show as well. Outside of YouTube, like audio form, we're gonna have a little straw poll for you guys, so you guys can vote after the show. And we just want to see. Me and Brimstone have been talking. We want to see where you guys would like to see it outside of YouTube as well. Maybe some audio form, because I've been hearing some of you guys out there that want it in audio form through your phones, so you can listen to that on your beautiful Bear Dynamic earphones, just saying.
I should probably start using those again. But
or, this Apple pleb over here, AirPods, AirPods.
You know what? I still need to get a pair of those just so I can have them.
Just say you have them?
Well, you know what, dude? Something like, here's the thing, right? I have a Bluetooth. I got a pair of Skull Candies that are really good, that are over the ear, that me and Metro both got in the same day. They're like $40. Best fucking Bluetooth headphone I've ever owned.
You know what I'm interested in is the and I know
the Raycons. You're gonna say the Raycons?
No, I'm interested in the Beats, the new ones they released.
It's so funny you should say that, dude. I was looking at those today.
I'm interested in them just because of the H1 chip,
dude. I kind of like the new design.
Yeah.
Well, what do you know? We have arthritises. We have the arthritises.
Yeah, we have the arthritises, yeah.
And old gay ladies means that we like to scissor, so that's kind of hot.
I love my iPhone. I can't go anywhere else. Just saying.
So I'm going to go ahead and talk about this now, since I've been sort of investing into my hobby again. For those of you that don't know, I've drawn most of my life off and on. I've never stuck with it because I don't like my own art, but I'm really looking into buying a desk and all my supplies to get back into art again, traditional medium, of course. And then shortly after that, I'm going to get into digital art with an iPad with a Apple Pencil, because so far with all the reviews that I've read through professional users and power users on YouTube, that's like the best combination for a budget, because it's actually cheaper than a Wacom Cintiq, which I was going to look into getting. But I just want to let you guys know, I'm going to probably be sharing a lot of my art in some of our Discord servers that we're a part of. And then I'm going to probably get my Deviant page back up and going again, because art has been something that I've been really crunching out lately. So I'm looking at getting back into it full bore. This kind of had some, the thing that really sort of sparked this is both of my losses in the last year. It just kind of helps me realize that life is really short, and we should probably do as much as we can on the things that we love to do, while we can. So I am going to be doing that, and I'm going to be posting art videos on Brimstone's vlogs, because I think that to me would be a little bit more of a fun situation than some of the videos that have been going up there recently. So
I'm happy for you, man. That sounds really like a fun time to watch and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, I've been.
And also you're adventuring in Facebook too, huh? For gaming.
Oh yeah, you know what? I have that page up here, I think. Where's it at? Oh, here we go. Digital Fracture.
I guess. Hold on. There's an echo going on. I guess Mixing is saying there is an echo. Echo. Let's hear. I'll hear it back real quick. I guess not. There's no echo. I don't hear an echo.
I don't know. But so this is Digital Fracture. This is a passion project of mine that I've been working on for the last 2 years now. and this is going to be a streaming thing for Facebook, but I also have the channel already done along with all of its social medias. And this is going to be professional grade video content on YouTube. I will actually be doing it full bore. I will be going all in on this channel once I can get things situated with like the intro and the transitions and stuff. So like, I hope you guys are looking forward to some of that, because I feel like professional content hasn't been done well enough on YouTube. You get a lot of people that get caught up in these controversies, and the hatred and the negativity on YouTube makes you really hate YouTube. So I'm looking at trying to bring back some of the old stuff that I loved about YouTube in this channel. So for right now, this is all I have going right now is the live stream. So if you guys want to see me live stream tonight, it's going to be on Facebook. Seems like Facebook is the fastest way to grow versus being on YouTube. And I barely relaunched this page, should I say, like an hour ago, and I've already got likes on it. So, I mean, there is that. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to post this. Let's see if I get the yes, I had to pick a name because Facebook is finicky like that. They want you to have at least one real name before you can launch anything.
Yeah, and you need to create a username for that page too.
So here you go. I'm going to go ahead and post this in the chat so you guys can come by and follow if you guys want, of course. What's up? Oh, what's up, Mutt? Junkie, if I remember correctly, you said you wanted another platform to hear just the audio, and Rev is gonna help me out with that because I think it's time we do that. No, it's okay, Garuda. You don't have to. No, it's fine. It's all good, dude. There's no need for you to do it. You don't have to. Like I said, I'm only on this Facebook stuff, dude, because it is a very fast like growth. Like it's a really, really fast growth. So.
And you never know. He may dual stream to another platform as well.
I've thought about dual streaming. Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. Gameplay content for the Game Talk. I'm thinking about expanding its content reach. So the content reach currently is podcasting. That's all this channel does. It's just a straight up podcasting channel. But I have thought about doing what we used to do in season 1, where me or Rev or anybody that wants to stream to it can, with gameplay and everything, because we already have the audience for it. You guys do come back and watch the VODs. So I've thought about that. I've thought about putting up some pretty decent high quality content when it comes to video quality.
Oh, let me read that. Hold on. Let me read this real quick, Ripson. E3 had its best ratings ever last year. Lols, you're living in your own reality.
Don't. He's just messing around. I'm thinking.
Gotcha. Okay, I was just reading comment. I wasn't gonna respond. I was just reading the comments. That's all. I'm reading the live comments. Sorry, I was just reading live comments. I just followed your page, Brim. I'm just reading comments, dude. Just being the co-host. I wasn't gonna respond to it. You thinking I was? I wasn't. Just reading it. No. Slight echo on Brim only when he talks loudly. All right, cool.
Thank you, Jack.
I'm just catching up on comments.
It's all good, Johnny. Like,
thanks everybody for stopping in, though. I appreciate you.
E3 is not for everybody, I will say that. But if you like E3, then good for you.
Hey, E3's like a fine wine, bro. Just put your pinkies in the air. I'm kidding.
Right.
But sorry for interrupting you there. I was reading live comments. Sorry.
Johnny, don't worry, Johnny. So Johnny, like if you type too much, it's gonna automatically block it. So kind of give it a second so that way I can approve you. Okay, I don't want you to feel like someone's fucking with you.
Hi, Johnny.
Well, if you're a console gamer, more power to you. That's what we said prior. If you're actually
yeah. Can I say this? The new consoles, I'm not gonna be buying, but if you're really hyped up for it, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just gonna take that money that these consoles have invested in my PC instead. That's just me though.
Well, it seems like we have a common console that we all like. Me and Rev are Xbox guys. You're an Xbox guy.
If I had to own a console, next generation wise, it'd be the Xbox.
Xbox and a new Switch.
Yeah, pretty much.
No.
Hey, I'll give you guys a joke. As long as it can run PUBG at 60, there you go.
Yes, Jack. I'm gonna be going back into my old stomping grounds in the art medium and really getting into it. Like really like putting more effort into it. I'm actually going to be doing Inktober this year. I'm really looking forward to it. Actually, I'm gonna teach myself some calligraphy. I want to teach myself how to write a little bit better, so that way my calligraphy will come out better. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing storyboarding. That's one of the goals that I want to do. I'm getting my drafting table probably sometime this week for like $100, so I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Brimstone, is that going to run at 4K 60? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. With HDR 10? I'm kidding.
What is art medium? The art medium I'm looking into getting is like markers, paints, sketching. I have a lot of these products already that I've been sort of investing in lately because Hobby Lobby just opened up near me. So that's happening. Yes, I'll be posting the finished work on Deviant. I'll probably even do my scrap work too, like I used to.
Are you gonna be doing your art on when you do live drawings? Are you gonna do that on Facebook? Or is that gonna be on Picarto?
No. I'm not gonna go fuck Picarto, dude. That shit, fucking. You know what? I'm not gonna bash it right now. That's negative. I don't want to be negative.
Hey, feel the salt, feel the rage. I'm just kidding.
Right now it's gonna be traditional Garuda, but eventually what I'm gonna do for digital is gonna be an iPad. Johnny. I like the Switch though. The Switch is really good.
PC is for work, and the Switch is for children. You know what? I love my puzzles. Leave me alone.
That's because we're old ladies, dude.
Yeah, we're old ladies with arthritis. Oh man.
Oh, okay, Jack. That's good.
I still play with that Etch-a-Sketch. I'm just kidding.
The Etch-a-Sketch. Like I do Van Gogh pieces with Etch-a-Sketch.
Yep. I'm the Bob Ross of Etch-a-Sketch, you know. I'm kidding.
Hell yeah. Damn straight. So,
damn Skippy.
So is there any actual other stuff we could talk about? I mean,
Xbox,
yeah, because we were talking about the Xbox being like they're working on a way to have Xbox games on PC, which I think is
with the next Windows update with emulation of some sort. They're working on it now. There's been leaks. There's been code been leaked out there for Xbox 360 emulation on PC. Knowing Phil Spencer, knowing him, they'll probably bring it. They're bringing the whole Xbox thing over to PC, which is cool. I mean, I like the variety of options that Microsoft's giving you.
Yeah.
We could talk about more about that Navi if you like. Here, I'll give you this.
Yeah, give me a link to Navi.
Gotcha.
I'll pop Navi up there.
Navi's very interesting. They did show off a 2070 versus the new Navi GPU.
Let's check out that.
And it's 10% better. But, you know, it could be all bullshit. And, you know, when we get it in our hands, we find out it's not all it's cracked up to be.
I don't know, man.
Hashtag Vega 7.
Yeah, that's still a good piece. That's still a good GPU.
The Vega 7 I want so badly in that 50-year anniversary one.
You wanted that gold and black one, right? That was like.
No, I wanted that red and gold one, the Iron Man.
The Iron Man.
Yeah, the Iron Man one. All it needed to do was have the blue lights and it's Iron Man. I'm like, yes. If I had the money right now, I'd totally buy one of those
But
just
see,
for the hell of it.
if you wanted the lights, dude, you could just get that SSD with the LEDs on it.
Yeah, right.
Put it
And
next
watch
to it.
you watch the SSD go on fire. You know, hey,
Burn up your
yeah.
GPU, burn up your fucking motherboard.
Forget my Ryzen CPU. Just burn on fire.
Oh, really? I hope Samurai Showdown's okay, because like that's one of my oldest fighting games that I love the most. The mouse and keyboard making gaming easy. True gamers play with a controller.
Well, Rev was playing with a controller on a PC, and yeah, now I've switched over to mouse and keyboard full on now.
But Johnny, if that's true, then why did Microsoft go ahead and start supporting mouse and keyboard? Just saying, man.
So the RX 5700 will be their new GPU going forward. The RX 5000 series is what they're shooting for.
They're looking at a 450 to 500 for the high end stuff. Oh,
that's not bad. Could be worse. You could have a 20 RX 2080 Ti for like 1,200.
But you know what? I'm really proud of them for doing though. They're not being hyperbolic about their release of it. Remember last time they were like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be the Radeon series that's coming up is gonna be able to compete with the 1080 Ti." Remember that shit?
Yeah, or the Vega 7. We're gonna compete with a 2080 Ti, and it didn't happen that way.
Yeah. Now these guys are straight up like, okay, you know what? More realistically, this is gonna compete with more like the 2070 and the 2080 series, which I can respect that.
Yeah.
And the price
they're not
below 300.
They're not overhyping it. They're not overhyping it and telling you not facts that are not facts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So it is Savage. Okay, cool. Did they? Is it on Xbox right now or PlayStation only? I'll buy it on PlayStation. I'll blow the dirt off my PlayStation. Unfortunately, like I will admit it, as a multi-platform gamer, PlayStation has not really done anything for me other than Bloodborne.
I'll give you tech deals too. There's some tech deals for GPUs too for the week.
All right.
That's TSMC is doing their GPU 7nm process. That's badass. Same with Apple. Same company that's doing the Apple Omega chip for their next phones. That's cool.
What's going on?
So TSMC, when you scroll up on that article, they're the ones doing the die for the 7nm process for the Navi GPUs. And for the consoles that are coming out, that is pretty badass. TSMC is one of the best companies to make CPUs, in my opinion, or GPU dies and stuff like that. So I'm cool with that. And you know what's cool? You know what's cool about AMD with these new consoles coming out? I'm kind of happy that they did also say at the event they're going to be using graphite pads. You know, the same stuff that they
mean graphene.
No, graphite pads or carbon pads.
Well,
for
I thought you were
instead of thermal paste, they're going to use carbon fiber pads. I believe Thermal Grizzly is going to be behind that.
Gruda. Really, they're going to actually do this?
Yeah, so it's actually cheaper to do. Consoles won't thermal paste won't dry out like what happened with the last generation consoles, and it's overall more efficient.
Did you see this? Did you see this right here?
Yep.
DXR enabled, baby.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep. So I'm happy what they're doing with the graphite pads and the carbon fiber pads going forward. I'm actually kind of tempted to buying one myself to see if it's even better than thermal paste, or they're both neck and neck.
So what do you think? Are we going to buy next? The Vega 20 or the 10? Because they're saying the Vega 10 is going to be the Vega 64 equivalent, and the Vega 20 is going to be the Radeon 7 equivalent at a lesser price.
We'll see. We'll see how summer and fall looks in my wallet. We'll see then. We'll see then. Because, Ryzen 9 looks really good. That'll be my first step up first.
Yeah, me too. Actually, me too.
Like Ryzen 9 is a must for me because if you and trying to get back into content creation, yeah, I want more cores.
bro. So this is what I'm kind of thinking, right? I have been considering taking a trip out to Cali to come see you. Like, me and Val have been talking about it, and I was like, because like if we could do this, like if we could go out to your micro center and like do a vlog style video where we're picking up our upgrades and sort of build our shit together. Tell me that wouldn't be kind of cool, right?
That would be cool.
That's what I was thinking. Like, I think that would be.
And then when you turn it on, it's like, why are those sparks happening? What's going on? Did we just fry our Navi GPU in one of the PCs?
Not definitive
Ouch.
proof. Be right back. Need to smoke a cig. Although this is not a definitive proof, I have a link that I had to backtrack a bit. This is the one. Gamatsu.
Oh. Here's an article. If you guys are looking at GPUs, here I'll put a link in here. Cheap card deals. There it is.
I'm gonna throw Gamatsu up there real quick. This is for Samurai Showdown to be published by Athlon Games. Now I don't know if you ever played the old school Sam Show games. Have you? Like, have you ever played those or no?
Yes, I have.
Oh, you did. Oh, okay.
Yes, I have.
Did you like them at all, or did you think they were too clunky? Like, what was your thoughts of them?
To me, they're in the realm of a really good fighter. I would say they're a really good fighter. I would honestly say too, Brimstone. I haven't played a really good fighter in a while. Like the last fighter I played was Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah.
And a lot of the other fighters haven't really had anything to write home about to me.
The only fighter that I played in this past year that I thought was really good, that I think is really good, I mean, where I couldn't put it down, was Tekken 7.
Tekken 7 was pretty alright. I didn't mind it.
I couldn't get enough of that game. Like, Tekken 7 to me is probably one of the top ones. The new Soul Calibur is disappointing. I saw it, and I saw the DLC practices they did with it, and I just couldn't support it. I was they like pretty much shit on my series because Soul Calibur was like my Tekken / Sam Show hybrid game that I really loved. Mitsurugi, by the way, guys, that was my main. Mitsurugi is the shit. But surprisingly, dude, like, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. When we were playing Mortal Kombat 11, that was actually a pretty decent game to play, especially when I only had to pay $17 for it. I got that bitch on sale. Because it was one of those things where, like, all my friends were like, it's a shit game, don't do it. And I was like, well, I'm not going to be paying full price for it. Fuck. That's one thing I would say it's not. I will say this, Mortal Kombat 11 is not worth $60 at all. Now, is it worth, like, to give it a try? I would say GameFly that shit. Give it a whirl, see if you like it.
There you go. That's a game that I was kind of interested outside of For Honor.
All right, let me see. Ooh. Hold on. Let me put the graphics deals up there, and then I'm going to hit the other one. Are you really talking about cost PC gaming is the most expensive way to game? Okay, so I see where you're at, Johnny. Like you're going backwards and watching it. Okay. So every Chinese company that owns apps on your Android phone has been spying on you. That is why it's not that big of a deal to me. If you own an Apple, or not an Apple, but if you own an Android phone and you have apps on it, more than likely your information's being sold. Straight up. No jokes about it.
That happens with every app, though.
Pretty much.
Really.
Yeah. Let's see. Didn't you post another link up? Or
yes, I did. I sent it to you.
Oh, you sent it to me. Okay, I was looking for it in the chat. This game. Yes, this game. I've been looking into this game. For those of you that, I mean, I liked For Honor and I also like Chivalry quite a bit. What do you guys think about Chivalry and For Honor? Both of those games to me were fantastic. I've been sort of looking into Mordo lately, and I've thought about buying a copy for us when I get paid, I was just gonna buy you a copy, buy me a copy, and we're gonna stream it.
Looks really tempting.
It looks like fun. I love.
Yeah,
these.
it does.
I love these kind of little.
I love medieval games when they do it right.
Yeah, Chivalry. Did you ever play Chivalry?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
Chivalry is pretty good. I played that at a friend's house. Really good game. I would honestly say it's a tamer version of For Honor. Problem with For Honor is the server side.
Yeah.
Was not really the game. Like server side, you shouldn't have to be on a console having to reconnect. Or when you're on PC and it's just straight up lags everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. God,
that's just unacceptable.
Hacking and slashing in this highly skilled dependent medieval melee game. I love when these games rely on skill, dude. War of the Roses was a letdown. I played that for a long time back when Total Biscuit did a review on it and he gave it high marks. I played it and I was like, this was nothing like everybody thought it was going to be. Everybody thought it was going to be like the Chivalry killer. No, Chivalry was still top dog back then. The only thing that competes to Chivalry is For Honor. But I heard great things about Mordu, so...
Also, guys, if you were looking at the PC deals for graphics cards, the 580 and the 590 are really down at the lowest prices they've ever been. And they play games really well at 1080p and 1440.
Yeah. Dude, that's a good deal for a 1060. That's not bad.
Yeah.
1070 Ti. Oh God, Founders Edition.
Now that RTX card needs to go down, that 2080 needs to go down. Did it go up in price? It looked like it went up in price.
It skyrocketed. Look at this. $1249.
Yeah.
The 2080? No, that's not worth it. The 2070 though, that's actually a pretty tempting deal right there. But I still stand by what I originally said. The 1660 Ti is still the best bang for your buck NVIDIA card you can get right now. It's the only thing that is scaling above their high-end cards, which is funny to me.
Which one? What card are you talking about?
That 1660 Ti. Remember when it first came out?
Yeah,
they were getting benchmarks higher than their Ti series, the other Ti series, like the 1070 and the 2070 RTX cards. Like because you and me were like, why did they release this?
And like, where's the Vega 56 down there, man? There should be a Vega 56. Vega 56 has been going for really good prices lately too.
Well, there's the 560. Let me see. Oh, there's a Vega 64 right now. Oh, what? Really, Sapphire? You bastards! You fucking bastards! God, they're such assholes. Oh, yeah. I mean, well, I can't bitch. I got a really good deal for my card, but still. God damn it.
And look. They go, the best GPUs. Look at that. They say 2080 Ti. You sure PC Gamer is not bought off?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they are.
Oh.
Okay, Jack, thank you for coming by. His ping is over 9,000. It will look into the impossible to get you on the artist stream, but I'm not holding my breath. Be seeing you, Brim. All right, man. Thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. That card looks so sexy, but I heard it was such trash.
What, the MSI card right there?
This one right here, yeah. I heard the performance on it was not that good.
Yeah, because it's using what memory? Micron memory?
Yeah. The shit that artifacts, you know, and you're spending $1,200 on.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you, NVIDIA. I think it's funny that I mean, for last gen GPUs, the deals that we got were way better.
Yeah.
Way better. Man. This is just insane, though. Like, dude. Honestly, wait, how old... Johnny, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? Are you, like, still a kid right now? Are you still a teeny? Are you an angry, angst kid? What is the minimum specs, though? Yeah, you're right. Yeah. People are like that. I mean, honestly, dude, like, that is why me and Rev try our best to give you guys some because we do a large part of our gaming community are PC gamers, so that's one of the reasons why we do like the deals and stuff every night that we do this, is so that you guys get good deals in case you're interested for it later down the line or something you've been looking forward towards. So wait a second. Oh yeah, hold on. Arcade Epic 1980X launches June 20th. What? Arcade Epic 1980X for PlayStation 4 and PC on June 20th, followed by the Xbox One, Switch. What is this? Through multiple games, genres. Oh. Did you know about this?
No.
I'm gonna play
It's the first time I've seen it.
Let's play the video. This looks interesting.
This is not just a beat 'em up. This is not just a shoot 'em up.
That is sick looking.
This is not just a racing game. This is not just a ninja game.
Oh, that looks badass.
This is not just
Yeah,
an
it does.
RPG. This is the story of my life.
Oh, that pixel art, dude. That's kind of cool. So it's paying
say that
homage
when
to
you
like
grow
the
up,
1980s.
Something inside you dies.
And it combines all the old school
I'm
arcade
still not
games that we
sure
used to
if
play
that's
as
good or
kids.
bad.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
When you're
I
a
like it.
child, shadows seem
What I
darker
see right here
and
from what
lights seem
I see in
brighter.
the stream, yeah.
Everything is more terrifying and more exciting at the same time.
Yo, seriously? That was sick. Like, that was awesome. I wasn't expecting that. That was like a happy surprise for me. When was this? Oh, this was 13 hours ago? Oh, man. And nobody on YouTube's talking about it. Why? Why is that not a thing? This should be a thing. Yeah, definitely, dude. Like, so where Rev lives, right? So Rev lives in the same neighborhood that I lived in. And they have, or had, I don't know if it's still there, was a Nickel and Fun. And it had all those games there like this. You could play. You could walk in, and it was an 80s themed arcade with
Yep,
a modern
nickel.
well, Nickel now, right? So
Yeah.
Nickel and Fun was the name it went by when I lived out there. And
Here you go. Here's some more tech news real quick.
oh man, that is sick. I'm kind of hyped for this. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I was practically born with a Nintendo controller in my hand. But my dad was huge into arcades, and he's the one that got me into gaming. Really, love those games. By the way, all right.
I sent you a new article. I think that should end up the night right there, you know.
Oh, this. How Wayfinder says he would oppose Chinese retaliation against Apple. What? Founder
Yeah.
share the retaliation. Huh.
Yeah, China's been talking about regulating iPhones, banning them. But the problem is with that is they're the second highest in China right now selling.
Bro. This kind of goes along with my tinfoil hat theory. That's why you did it, didn't you? Huh? Ha!
Let's get the X-File theme going on.
That is so this guy is swearing up and down that he would be against it, but it seems like stuff has already been taking place. So I mean,
let the war begin. You know.
Oh man, what a time! You know,
What a
there's this saying that Pete used to say, and he said this is the best timeline ever to be alive. I kind of agree. We get to witness all the stupid shit.
Well, we're witnessing. Well, here's the thing: we're getting good wrestling starting. I'm a wrestling fan, so we're getting good wrestling with AEW. we're finally getting stupidity. So it's a good time to be alive right now. You get to see stupidity within television, within government. So you're getting to see it all. So it's a good time to be alive right now.
All right, you want to go ahead.
What?
AEW. You've been wanting to talk about it. Wrestling.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You
no,
know
I'm
you
good.
want to.
I already talked off there about that.
We got
AEW. Hey, AEW's the shit, and that's all I'm gonna leave it as.
We got viewers. Come on, we got viewers tonight.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You want to. I'm just saying.
Like, I'm gonna grab some popcorn.
What aspects of AEW do you think?
Well, me and you went back and forth about it. We talked about old school wrestling, and then I showed you some footage, and you were just like, "Yeah, this is kind of interesting." I mean, a lot of people are saying it. A lot of people that left wrestling.
I'm asking you this in the form of a question because I know you're a pretty hardcore wrestling fan. You're probably way more than I ever been. So I'm asking you for.
Well, if you want to go hard,
I'm asking you this in benefit of our viewers. What do you think about parts of the AEW will actually bring people like me back? I know you've already answered it with our conversation. I want you to say the same shit that you said with these guys.
If you like the Attitude Era '98 wrestling, you really loved the aspect of when WWE, or WWF, if a lot of people remember, if you like that aspect of wrestling back then you want to come back and watch AEW. AEW right now, yes, they had one show. Yes, they did All In last year when they weren't even a promotion yet. It is the shit, and if you're into UFC, then you'll like AEW. They're getting a lot of praise, literally a lot of praise.
So we recently had the biggest wrestling event take place in Vegas up here by where I live.
If you want, you can go to the AEW website. That would be a better place for you.
Oh, okay. Is it just AEW.com or what?
Just click the back button on your thing right there.
Oh, this right here?
Yeah. And it'll be the first link that you see. Or AEW Wrestling. Just type in AEWWrestling.com.
Oh, here we go. We got it right here. All right, guys. AEW. Let's go. I personally like I've been sort of interested in this since Rev actually.
Well, you'd be better asking me questions going forward. Like, as an old school wrestling fan, what are you looking for as far as wrestling goes? That's the question. Like, what as a wrestling fan will get you back? A lot of people have told me Sting. A lot of people have told me Randy Savage. You're never gonna get those eras back.
Oh God, I miss Sting, dude. Sting was such a badass.
Fortunately, he got his career. He got fucked up in the neck. Thanks Seth Rollins for that, jackass. Botched a move against the ropes. You freaking idiot. But anyway, that's what ended Sting's career when he came back when he did WWE finally. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, AEW, if you like old school wrestling, and you just want wrestlers to be wrestlers like back then at WCW, WWF days, and you're gonna like AEW.
I think AEW will have a spot in my roster of schedules. I'll probably end up like watch it or something while I'm drawing, or it'll be one of those things that like I'll have in the background when I'm drawing to have noise, and I'll watch from time to time. So I'm definitely thinking about getting back into it. Like I said, you're a big part
American
of that,
wrestling. So. American wrestling really hasn't had anything to write home about. If you watch WWE nowadays, it's all about the children, and the problem is with that is look at the demographic of people that are sitting in the audience. It's people that are over the age of 25.
Bro, did you see the name he just brought up? I haven't heard that name in forever. Lita Hardy.
Lita, man.
That's old, man.
Lita came back recently in WWE, but you could tell Father Time. And Trish Stratus came back with her, and they had a tag team for a short period of time. But seeing Trish and Trish is in excellent condition. Lita, on the other hand, Father Time's not been good. Father Time has not been very well to her. You could tell that she was really, really out of ring shape and whatnot when she came back. But I will say this, AEW, where it's at right now, WWE, the only thing I can really tell you guys to watch is NXT, but at that, I've kind of turned off WWE. After they revealed that 24/7 title that used to be called the Hardcore title. I mean, it's really disappointing when your own cable network called USA has to come up with ideas for you. That's just sad when you can't come up with your own. You know, shit sakes, Vince McMahon's getting out of date. You know, Vince McMahon supposedly when AEW was going on when they were doing the pay-per-view, Vince McMahon was freaking out. Literally freaking out because of how many people were there and how many people were watching it on pay-per-view. They sold over literally 2.5. They sold 2.5 million pay-per-view sales within. People were paying $50 a piece for the show. And heard it was an astounding success.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys know this whole picture here, this AEW and TNT thing that Brimstone's showing off, that is pretty much what Nitro used to look like. And I'm surprised TNT is coming back with wrestling after it was actually 21 years ago to this day when WCW closed.
That is crazy to me, dude. Like, that is so crazy to me that TNT is like, oh yeah, we'll definitely take on AEW. Because all the other companies that were doing this with them, like, it fucked them over. So
well,
I'm
WCW
glad.
They haven't had any really wrestling promotion after that. So you guys know a little history about AEW. So here's the issue. Here's the history of AEW. So they did All In. So All In was a wrestler funded show. So Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks put out their own paychecks to make All In a thing.
Yeah.
And everybody stated, all the big wrestling people out there that review wrestling say, oh, you're not going to do this. And a big one called Dave Meltzer said that you're not going to sell out this event. You guys are a joke. And Cody said, I'll take you up on that bet. They sold out within 30 seconds of the website, within 30 minutes. They sold out the Sears Center in Chicago with that's a 25,000 arena. They sold that out within 30 seconds. And the show was phenomenal.
And you said they sold out Vegas in 4 minutes, and you were trying to get your tickets when we were talking about that.
Yeah, I really wanted to go to Vegas to see this because I want to be part of history. This is history. Like, the wrestling industry needed something like this, and it just... Honestly, I was like all into buying tickets, and the website crashed within the first 4 minutes of it being up. It just crashed.
Bro, I miss
legitimately.
I'm right there with you, Garuda. China, dude, she was amazing. Like, I don't care what people said about her. Like, that woman was like the fucking what was it? The Undertaker of the women division. Like, she was huge. Like,
you know what's sad. What's sad about it was I get they finally put her in the Hall of Fame, and that was the disappointment to me. They put her in the Hall of Fame after she died.
Yeah, that
It was
fucked.
just like a slap in my face as a wrestling fan. And WWE to me, and even the Bret Hart situation, the way he got treated in the Hall of Fame last year, or this year at WrestleMania, was disappointing. That's why he was at AEW showing off their championship. It was legitimately the shit, and I'll get a picture of that. AEW's title is legitimate, and it's really cool looking.
Oh, dude. Okay, so like that's one of the things that we were talking about before we started was this dude's family puts these belts together. That's like how they make their money, I guess. And the belt that this dude made took him. He said it averaged about 8 hours a day of work for like almost a week. Like this dude, he put it. I mean, this shit is handmade. This isn't stamped steel. This isn't stamped metal. This is all handcrafted. And the belt looks fucking sick. Like I was actually looking at that shit. I was like, yo, like that belt for being handcrafted, like that actually means more to the
Here's a
people
picture of
earning
it.
You know what I mean? Like, let's see. Let me see if I can. Did you already send it in the thing, or did you send
Yep,
it to me?
I did. Yep, I sent it to you on Discord.
Oh, okay. Let me see it. Check this out, guys. This is sick looking. I wish it would like let me. There we go. All the little details this guy did by hand. All the little studs, the leather craft, everything. This guy went all in on this thing, and he revealed it on on a video that Rev showed me, and wow. So this actually, like, this isn't your typical WCW or WWE shit where it was stamped metal and that's all they cared about. This guy actually handcrafted this.
There's actually a thought behind it.
Yeah, that's my whole point. Speaking as an artist, like that to me says a lot. So when somebody wins this thing, they're winning like a one of a kind situation. Like there's
The
no
title weighs 5 pounds in itself.
yeah.
You know it's made with like partially gold, zinc. You know it's going to last a long time. And it looks a lot like New Japan's title where you know it's going to be prestigious like 50 years from now and longer. You know this title is going to mean something.
You said the guy that made this. You said the guy that made this is a pretty rich guy. So I'm wondering if maybe this
Tony
dude-
Khan. So here's the history. So AEW started, All In was out, right? So All In was a major success. And Tony Khan's seen this. Tony Khan's father owns the Jacksonville Jaguars of NFL. So he owns it. He's a 9.5. He's worth $9.5 billion. So this is just making a company like this to him is chump change. You know what I mean?
So I you said this thing weighs 5 pounds, which means the gold inlays are real. I bet you the gold inlays are all real. 100%.
This was made from a company called Title Belts, the same people that do the WWE belts. And Tony Khan did say that they wanted the belt to look prestigious as shit. And they wanted to matter.
All right,
And they put this in. I will say this. So the history of AEW goes like this. All In came out. They had a success. Tony Khan's seen this. He's a wrestling, like what we are. What I am is a crazed wrestling fan that loves wrestling, UFC, combat sports, Bellator, and he's been watching wrestling since he's older than me. He's 35, so he's been watching wrestling probably since the 80s, and he's had his brought an idea to his father, and his father went with it, and they opened up AEW, All Elite Pro Wrestling, and the thing is that they're going to be focusing primarily on what everybody loved about wrestling was about the storytelling within a match, a little mixed with a little blood, a little bit more realistic. Give that UFC fight feel. They're going to stats are going to matter, wins and losses are going to matter, and they're going to have a weekly show. And there's going to be an off season, which is great for the wrestlers because what do we know about WWE? Concussions, things like that are a big deal. So it gives the chance to the wrestler to heal and go make more money other places while they have off time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a win-win situation. And they're going to focus on tag team wrestling. They're going to focus on giving new fresh blood talent a push, where WWE doesn't. And other promotions just don't. Now, there's other promotions out there that are on TV called Impact Wrestling, which was formerly known as TNA Wrestling. They're doing okay. They're better than WWE. There is Ring of Honor, but Ring of Honor I don't watch because it's not my taste. New Japan Pro Wrestling, that's what a lot of the AEW talents are in as well. And yeah, I'm pretty okay. AEW is good. I'm trying to get people back into watching because I need more wrestling fans to watch wrestling with. Watching it by myself sometimes is a little boring. But AEW, I was all animated, so it was good. I enjoyed it. Bret Hart
stuff, man. It was a thing that I've known you for years, dude. This is the thing.
One person that got me over the top, and I want to pay a homage to him a little bit. Shaner, we used to go back and forth. Like wrestling, me and him would talk weekly that we wanted a show like this. And if I know wherever Shaner's at, up in the big house up there, whatever he's doing, he's probably looking down going, I wish I was there. So I know Shaner would be all over this hardcore.
Well, like that's, what's crazy is like, so I'm glad you said that. So the last big thing that he got to see was his pay-per-view last year before he passed away. And he said he fell asleep through it because it was so boring. But like he was glad he was able to see it though. That's all he cared about. He was able to see it. So I mean, wrestling was definitely a thing for him. He loved it. He tried to get me into it, and I'm like, dude, I am so sorry, but I cannot do this.
Well, you need a reason, and right now you got a reason. You wanted you wanted some good wrestling. That's what you wanted. You wanted some good wrestling, and you're gonna get it here with this. AEW, like I said, I'm not trying to overhype it. Give it a shot. There's plenty of footage out there to go find. You'll find just type in AEW on YouTube. You'll find reviews, tons of people talking about it, going into depth. Destination Pro Wrestling out there, Wrestle Talk out there, Joe Cronin Show. If you're looking for some AEW content, you'll be definitely in a good place to see it. And you can find it Daily Motion, BitChute. You'll go find footage. If you didn't get to see Double or Nothing, there's footage out there for you to watch.
Oh, there are people there recording it and posting it on YouTube, so they're definitely gonna be able to catch it.
And the fight vibe that you got there was, if you ever watched ECW back in the day.
I remember ECW.
The crowd was into it. Like I haven't seen a crowd like get up on their feet and literally like chant their names, literally like loud like that. When Jon Moxley came out and debuted, I've never seen a crowd ever in my life, in a long time, literally go ape shit. Like the roof on the building just blew off. I have never seen that in a while. And the last time
was the shit back in the day, man.
The last time I seen that was in ECW, and the last time I seen that was when Rock and Hogan went at each other at WrestleMania 21. That was the last time, or I think that was Stone Cold and Rock, I think. Or I think it was the pay-per-view after that was the starting of the first 3 Rock and Stone Colds.
Are you talking about the matches before they teamed up?
Yeah, when they went against each other, when The Rock was the heel for a while there, the bad guy, heel.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a crowd like that get ape shit over wrestling since back then. Like, literally, like, you could do anything. You can have a pull on a pole match and people going crazy. Like, I've not seen a crowd like that in a while.
If you guys ever get a chance, go look up an old Howard Stern interview with him with Stone Cold. He legitimately disliked the fucking McMahon family. He hated them. Like, seriously, like, he hated them. Like, he only worked with them because that's where the money was at. But he honestly did not like Vince McMahon. Like, I guess they tried to do stuff outside of work and try to hang out and shit. And, like, he got pretty personal about it anyways. Go check it out. It's an interesting listen.
Also, too, guys, if you guys are looking for, go check the interviews out for AEW. Like, all the interviews with the owner of AEW, He does not want to be a face of it. He just wants he wants the wrestlers to be wrestlers, and he just wants to be the guy that sits in the background in the gorilla position, I guess, up in the rafters, and just watching it and taking it in as a fan. He does not want to be involved. He wants to let wrestlers be wrestlers.
Yeah,
and
he doesn't want to McMahon it, which I can't
No.
blame him, because when McMahon did his shit, like, he had a few good promos going on, and after that, because he had he struck lightning the one time, he thought he could do it twice, and that's when he decided he was gonna kill his fucking network.
Well, what's going to happen is WWE is in a world of hurt, and if they don't do anything to fix the bleeding right now, they're going to be in some trouble. And the thing with Vince McMahon, he needs to step down at this point and go do his XFL thing at this point. Literally go let the XFL be the XFL and let his brother-in-law, Triple H, just run the company at this point.
Oh, yeah, he married his daughter, right?
Yeah. After fucking over China. If you remember that story, he fucked over China hardcore.
Dude, they were
That's why she was never in the Hall of Fame.
They were like best friends too. That's the fucked up part.
I will say this, a little background about Tony Khan. Tony Khan's family, I think his name is Sean Khan, I think it is.
Yeah.
They own the Jacksonville Jaguars, and his father owns a bunch of companies in the States. I believe he is a immigrant from one of the desert countries out there, and or he's American raised. I think it's one of the two. And his family are migrants, I believe. He owns a whole bunch of companies that sell metal and car designs to Ford, to Toyota. That's where the $9 million comes from. And they also own one of the prestigious soccer teams in the UK at the moment too. I believe it's one of the FC teams in soccer, and they own part of one of the sporting channels on English television for soccer or football. Sorry, football. So they are a very prestigious family, and them opening up a wrestling thing is just chump change. It seems to me like it's chump change to them. To me, it's interesting to see billionaires just going in for the love of wrestling and trying to make things right within an industry to blow it up and make it into something better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's very fascinating to hear the story and why it happened. It's one billionaire's love for wrestling, one billionaire son in love with wrestling that wanted to make things right.
Yeah.
And that is just amazing to me. It's fascinating. It's kind of like how billionaires are now going into basketball and buying teams and trying to make them prestigious again. It's very getting interesting how billionaires just love things and they just want to make things cool. It's like Steve Ballmer buying the Clippers. It's interesting. Like, I never thought like a CEO of Microsoft at one point would go in and buy a basketball team and make it prestigious again, which is cool. Yeah. They own the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you're a football fan, an NFL fan, they own the Jacksonville Jaguars, which the Jacksonville Jaguars, we all know they're not a great team right now at the moment.
Right.
But for them to get a TV deal and not even having one show before getting a TV deal is amazing. Like, I have never seen this in my lifetime. Like just an up and starting wrestling company with billions of dollars, just literally boom, let's sign a bunch of talent. And you were talking about this. So your question was to me, these wrestlers, are they getting paid right? Yes, they are. A lot of wrestlers are getting $1.5 million. John Moxley got paid 6 figures and he signed a 4-year deal. And he can go on off season. He can go anywhere else he chooses to make extra money on top of that. So, and everybody's being paid at least 6 figures, 6-7 figures. So, the wrestlers are getting treated good. And you could see it with the product, how it's being put out there. They're treating it right.
That's awesome.
And they're bringing young talent in.
That's
and
really good.
That's what you want. You don't want to have a WCW or a TNA type product where you bring in all these washed up over the hill wrestlers and then they just undermine the younger talent. So we talked about this. That's what happened with WCW. Bad booking, bad scripting, and wrestlers becoming their own managers and literally taking a lot of money. That's what happened with Scott Hall, Kevin Nash. They were taking in big money and booking themselves to win everything. And you don't want that to happen. You never want that to happen, because then it just makes the wrestling product stale and boring and people walk away. Like yourself. You guys, wrestling stopped becoming wrestling and became a joke. And it became so fake. You guys, you know, one thing me and Shannon used to talk about, it was predictable. Like when you could start predicting a match as it's happening, you know the product is bad. And that's what happened with WWE, because you knew when John Cena would come out, right? And fight, let's say, Triple H. You knew right off the rip John Cena was going to win. And you could predict everything that was going to happen. Storyline-wise and non-storyline-wise. Yeah. You knew it was going to happen. And it gets boring. And it puts you to sleep. And you get into a coma So I would watch Monday Night Raw, right? 3 hours of a show, right? With commercials. By the time it was over, I'm already in a coma, ready for bed. I'm ready to fall asleep because it's so boring. It's predictable. Mm-hmm. That's why I stopped watching WWE recently, because it's just, I'd rather see people just go watch it on YouTube as a highlight than on their channel than supporting it, watching it on TV. So boring. That's really all I got to say. Any other questions Brimstone, any questions you want to ask me?
No, you covered it, bro. You covered it. But I do want to bring something down to gaming real fast, if you don't mind. It's something that Mikey Barra just posted up on Twitter, and I think this is interesting. Right here. So Dauntless, it's a free-to-play Monster Hunter type game, and I've been playing it on PC for the last year now, and I love it. This is a fantastic game. Mikey Barra says Xbox, PC, and PlayStation all playing together. Hashtag Dauntless. So I guess Sony is finally loosening their grips on playing together, which is good. So
about time
for all my fellow console guys out there, if you're still here, check it out, dude. If you like Monster Hunter and you don't want to pay for it, there you go.
I've never played. I've played Dauntless a little bit. Don't know what I'm doing. And also Monster Hunter, same thing. I don't know either or very well.
And of course I have to, scroll down to one of the, Plex Storm girls to,
Ooh, my.
Kiri Kunai is pretty sexy. Like, I've watched her.
Oh, my.
Yeah, she's hot, dude. She's a hot woman. I'm not going to lie. Fake tits, I don't care. But anyways.
More man-made, the better. So when they come at you, they feel like fucking bricks coming at you.
Pretty much.
I am a console and PC guy. You know what? I agree there. I'm the same. If there's I want to say this, to be fair, okay? I know I talked a lot of crap about the newer consoles coming out. If I'm wrong, okay, I may be wrong. I said 600, 500. If these consoles do come at 350 or 400, I'll think about it. But it's a tough pill to swallow when you're asking 500, 600 bucks. When I could take it and put it on my PC and invest into a Ryzen 9 and a Vega and a brand, maybe the Vega 7 goes down $100, in July when Navi hits the scene. It's just really, it's really, you know what I mean? It's really a tough pill to swallow. And I'm trying to be very fair.
Yeah,
both these consoles both of these consoles are going to be great. If you're on the cusp of wanting one, hey, you're going to get everything you want. And you know what? I'm happy about that. Now, Sony's got to get together with the heating issues and the fan issues. I hope they get that all resolved. And Xbox, keep doing their thing. I'm happy what they're doing on both sides. And they're working with Steam, in which I'm cool going forward with.
So here's the thing for me, right? Like, if they release games that you can only get on the consoles, right? Like, that means the only platform that these games are available on are on those platforms. And if they're good enough, and I do mean this, if they are good enough, I will go out and purchase the console. I've done it before. I've done it for all these years. One of the main reasons why I have a PS4 was for Bloodborne. No joke. And Killzone. Like, you can't play Killzone on any other platform. I love Killzone. A lot of people hated the game. I enjoyed it. That's just how I am, though. I bought my Xbox One way back when they bundled it with the Halo Master Chief Edition. You remember when I bought that? Like, I bought that specifically for that and Forza. Because,
you know,
I mean,
and the
that's
reason
just
I
how
come, and the reason I'm coming out the way I'm making it into joke, I'm kind of burnt out on the consoles, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair, I'm a little burnt out. You know, I've been so long having a console, and I'm just fed up. I'm just like, hey, my PC does everything, and my Nintendo Switch pleases me when I want a portable experience.
But to be fair to you, though, like, come on, man. Like, you've had some bad luck.
Yeah, I
You
have.
ran the string of bad luck. And it's not like you never enjoyed your platforms. You were buying games all the way up until the HDMI issue you had. And we were playing those together. Like, it's just bad luck for you.
Now, if a PS4 and Xbox One were down maybe another $50, then, you know, to me, I've had other deals come to me lately from, you know, I've seen on Facebook Marketplace, and I've seen, you know, used. You know, I would pick up an Xbox One, you know, again. It's not, but it's just the bad luck I've had. And I'll say this, the next consoles, they need to blow my pants off for me to go out and buy it. That's the thing. They have to blow me away. They have to really impress me to get me to buy. And right now, Microsoft's more on the PC side of things at the moment. So it's really not getting me to want to buy another console at the moment. You know what I mean? It's got to be a really good sell to me. You have to sell me really on it. These next generation consoles. You know what I mean? I got to see an event that really sells me. You know, I got to go, oh my God, you know, like, you know, I was telling you about wrestling. It's kind of that same feeling. I got to really be animated into it. You know what I mean? I got to really feel it to really spend that kind of money. Because if you're asking for $500, that's a tough pill to swallow.
Right.
It's got to have everything, all the bells and whistles. And, you know, I'm excited because supposedly we're getting the Halo Master Chief Collection beta soon.
Yeah.
Ask her to do Bayonetta 3 as crossplay. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. And look at Brimstone's picture to go with that. When he should just take a picture of her, clip it off to the side with his that thumbs up and everything.
You know what? Cool. You know what? I'm gonna ask her. Hold on.
Here he goes. He's going in there.
Did I spell that right?
I think you did.
Okay, wow. There we go. I asked her. Sometimes, believe it or not, they do respond, so... I'm sorry, I'm a nerd. Oh, I spelled... Oh, okay. No, it's all good. I'm a nerd too, man.
Could ask her, is the boat sailing or not sailing?
But I mean, we've been going on for now. Holy crap, an hour and a half. And we didn't drop once. That's pretty impressive for us.
Hell yeah. That's all you can ask for. Oh, hey guys, next month the Destiny 2's got more DLC coming out. So if you
I'm saving up for next month. I gotta save up.
Come back to Destiny 2 because they got some exciting things coming back. They got the Overwatch event. We got Crash Bandicoot's Nitro Racing coming out. We got Mario Maker coming out soon. Let's see. We got a lot of games coming out actually during like the summer times. So that drought of summer is kind of just what else, guys? We got Navi news coming up soon. We got E3 coming up, which a lot of you are excited for. We got tech deals all day long. Brimstone found another tech deal. Target is selling headsets now, their own brand for $25, which is a pretty good. Hey, you know, it's a pretty good deal if you really just need a mic for Xbox, PlayStation, or your PC.
If you need something super cheap and you don't have the $60 to buy yourself something decent, I would suggest it. But I haven't bought one yet to test it out to see if it's any good yet.
Also, guys, there's headsets out there. If you guys are looking for the IW2s, Bluetooth headsets, they're AirPod knockoffs, but they work for Android and any other phone and product, and I heard they do a really good job for sound. It's not going to be Beyerdynamic sound, but hey, it's a nice headset for EarPod knockoffs for $15. Not bad.
Come on, man! I thought you wanted the Raycons. Everybody else wants Raycons. How come you don't want to buy a pair
and guys,
of Raycons?
too, if you're on the phone side looking for a good deal, there's the Pixel 3a Lite, or XL and Pixel 3a. Also, the iPhone SE is actually selling for a really good deal right now at Costco, Sam's Clubs around the world. Also, getting all the tech deals out of the way, there is some good bundles going on for as well for motherboards and processors at the moment. If you go on Amazon right now, the Google Pixel 3 is actually selling $100 more than the actual 3A, so that's another good deal. The OnePlus 7 is already out. It's doing very well in sales. If you guys are looking for an alternative to the iPhone 7 or the iPhone XR, you got options.
So, I think I've said it. When the SE launches, and I hope it does soon, if it's not in the price point that the 3A is in, I might consider the 3A. Maybe that's a high maybe.
If my phone's battery is a pain in the ass and I've already paid it off, I may get a 3A down the road myself. Just because I don't need all the bells and whistles. I just want to have it charge fast. And, you know, I've been coming off my high horse with the whole wireless charging. I am so spoiled with wireless charging. It's not even funny. But if it could charge really fast within 20 minutes, I'm okay with. If it has fast charging, turbo charging, I'm okay with, and takes good pictures.
I like
that's all that matters.
Though they give you a really good color selection. That's what I liked about the new iPhone selections. Is like they give you like really vibrant colors. So
I need a full headset, and I am an over the earbuds.
Oh, he says he's over earbuds, as in like he's done with them.
A full headset. Skull Candy's got you there. Like if you're looking at Bluetooth wise, like Skull Candy is selling pretty good Bluetooth earphones nowadays.
Wait, so what's your budget, Garuda? Because if you could spend the $60, I would say pull the trigger on the Astro A10s. They are an amazing headphone for $60. And if you can't afford that, then I would say go the next tier down, and that's what I'm wearing right now is the Corsair HS 40s or 50s, whatever the fuck they're called. I got mine on sale at Walmart. They were clearing them out for $30.
Are you looking for it to control your phone in that? I would recommend going like there's Skull Candies that have Bluetooth over the ear. They're not earbuds, they're headset. HyperX just recently released some new headsets as well. Corsair as well is another option. Brimstone. There's two. There's the one he has, and then there's the one with Bluetooth and all that good stuff. All that glorious 5.0
I have the
technology.
I have the Hesh headphones, the black ones for $40. They were the best deal that I've found them at. I know if you go through these guys personally, they actually charge you an arm and a leg. So let's see, wireless headphones. Unless I'm wrong, I could be wrong. Because since they've been
also on Amazon, there's a couple of companies out there. There's a red and black version of their plastic, but they're earphones and they sell for Marcus did a video on them. You guys could check his deals out on stuff like that.
Oh yeah, they're $100 on the site, but if you go to Walmart, they sell them for $40. Yeah, these are the ones I have. So I have the black ones.
No, I need a mic for my Blue Yeti, and I will go. I would say if you're going that price, you might as go Beyerdynamics, or you might as go Audio Technica at that point.
Wait, I need a good mic for my Blue Yeti. That doesn't even what? Bro, your mic, your Blue Yeti is a mic. What do you mean? Do you need good headphones for your Blue Yeti? Is that what you meant? Because if all you're doing is audio monitoring, then I would suggest definitely Beyerdynamics.
Beyerdynamics, Audio-Technica. I would say Sennheisers to a certain extent.
Oh, Sennheisers are damn good.
Yeah. I take my headsets off all the time, so I need that metal band with mixed in with that faux leather. And that's kind of what Beyerdynamics and Audio-Technica has, is that huge metal band. So when you take it on and off, it doesn't snap like some of these headsets do that are plastic.
No,
and eventually for your Blue Yeti, I would recommend eventually going XLR eventually down the road.
Or at least update yourself to an Audio-Technica with a USB instead of the Blue Yeti, just for the higher capsule.
The Yeti, the problem with the Yeti is not the Yeti itself, it's the USB port that goes bad.
Yeah. I actually got to a point of mine where I had to continuously keep plugging it back in every 5 minutes on Discord, so I said fuck it. I went to XLR and I haven't looked back. All right, but we are coming up on the hour, almost 2 hour mark now.
Also too, if you guys are looking for sick deals, if you're looking for Ryzen gear, eBay's got you there. The 1700X is selling for a hella good deal with a with the motherboard and everything. So you should be good there if you're looking for new PC stuff. The 590 to 580 are at good price. The 1660 Ti, if you're on the NVIDIA side, is a good deal too.
Yes.
I wanted to make sure we got all of our tech deals out of the way and whatnot. And yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm set, man.
All right. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's come by and said hi to us and talked to us and kept the conversation going. I do appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and give XP's song a second go because the double audio really fucked it last time. So if you guys haven't yet, go check out XP38. He's the guy that you need to go pay attention to when it comes to music. He is really good at what he does. I've known this man for years. He's very passionate about what he does when it comes to his art. He's upgrading all of his hardware so he could do live shows. He's starting to record live recordings of him actually doing his process so he can be comfortable with being in front of an audience. So definitely check this man out. He does fantastic work. Is there anything else you wanted to cover, or are we good?
We're good.
All right. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Remember to check out the Digital Fracture page. Follow me there. I'm going to be live streaming there tonight because I got to play around with the settings and stuff. So, yeah, definitely come by. Check me out. Rev's going to be streaming. We're probably going to do a cross stream with each other like on Facebook. I just saw that they do that there, so that's going to be pretty cool.
We are Prestige Worldwide. Wide. We come court to court. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, it's all good. Power supply USB cord. Can you leave it in the description? Oh, the link? Yeah. I'll do that. I'll post it here one more time. I'll post it. Okay, there's the Facebook post for the chat. Try to get into the studio part. It's loading slowly. You know what, Gruda? I'm going to have to do it after the live stream's over with. Thank you guys so much for coming by, checking us out, spending time with us. This is probably one of the busiest streams we've had in a long time. I really do appreciate it. You guys are awesome, as always. Share this across all the platforms, including the Digital Fracture page. And we'll catch you guys next week. Or maybe tomorrow to make up for this week. Who knows? Maybe depending on how I feel, it definitely depends on how he feels. But as always, thank you so much for the support. You guys have a great night. Thank you, Garuda. Definitely, man.